friends. It's my first time being on camera in a while, so this feels a little weird. I was ahead on filming, and then I missed a week because this happened. So then my week looked like this, and this, and this. And then finally yesterday, I was able to put some pressure on my foot, and I did this. It's Monday. I am working from home. I still don't feel comfortable driving. It's been a pain in the ass. And I was gonna do a whole video where I did a reset, cleaned up the house and all that kind of stuff. But I ended up just going ham on the cleaning yesterday once I realized that I could put pressure on my foot, and I just for the entire morning I cleaned the house because I just needed it to be clean. My partner was very good about maintaining, but he obviously had to take care of me and all of the animals and still work 12-hour shifts and all that kind of stuff. So he maintained, but I wanted to get back to the way that I actually like to keep the house. So yesterday morning, I pretty much spent the whole morning cleaning, and I feel so much better. My foot is still sore, but I can put pressure on it, so very much happy about that. I started playing a new card game. If you don't know, if you haven't been around, I believe I mentioned it really early on in the beginning of my channel, but I used to play Magic the Gathering, which is a card game, a competitive card game, and there's a new card game that came out recently called Lorcana. It is based on Disney characters, and so there's online and there's in person. We're not going to do in person yet because we don't know if any of the comic book stores in our area will be doing prize-supported tournaments, so we're not going to do that, but I have been playing online. I'm really enjoying it, so for the day, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I was playing majority in my office yesterday, but my ankle is feeling very sore today, so I think I'm just going to get comfortable in bed and play a little bit. Really just taking it slow. I would like to be back at work tomorrow, but we'll see. I don't want to drive on it, and then possibly get myself in a bad situation. So for now, I'm going to heat up my coffee, and get my computer booted up to play some Lorcana. So we'll talk a little bit later on. I would like to talk about sort of what this week and a half, I guess, has done for me or done to me. I gotta put this huge stack of laundry away, so while I hang them, we're gonna talk. I talk about how important rest is, how productive rest is, the shift in mindset that people should have towards rest and productivity. Something that I always talk about is the idea of slow living and not rushing through your life because of some preconceived idea of success or what your life is supposed to look like. Unfortunately, my injury happened during a PMDD episode, and then I started my period. All in the same time, and I was feeling incredibly discouraged. I was feeling like my recovery process would never end, and I was very emotional. I was crying a lot, and I just felt really defeated, and I felt really stuck. I'm not someone who is everything happens for a reason and there's a lesson in everything, but I do try to see the positives. And I think one of the positives is that I was actually forced to rest in a way that I never allow myself to. I think it's a really different rest than depression fatigue, and I think there's a very important distinction between the two that is not ever really brought up, especially amongst and or to depressed people. There is this thing called spoon theory, which is the idea that if you have neurodiversity, there are things that take an amount of spoons, and neurodiverse people only have a set amount of spoons every day. And in my last therapy session, I was talking to my therapist about why I feel like I'm never doing enough. Brought up to me something that I never really thought of, which is your mental condition and how you are mentally is just as much taking up spoons as what you're doing physically. So if I have a day where I go to work, that's taking up a spoon. But also me being depressed is also taking up a spoon. Me having days of high anxiety is also taking spoons as well. That was a moment where I kind of was forced to take a look at this injury and my recovery time as a possible chance to view my rest differently and actually slow down. It's easy to say that I'm having a slow week or I'm doing things slow, I'm spreading my tasks out, but actually forcing myself to listen to my body, not push myself, not get up and do the things that I wanted to do because I can't, and actually acknowledging that I'm not resting in a way that's beneficial to me up to this point. And so I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how that looks for my routine. I do still have all of these goals for myself as far as getting into a healthy movement routine, getting into a healthy routine in general, but I don't know where the rest plays a part in that. So forcing myself to actually sit down and rest and accepting that it is something that I need was great, because physically I was forced to rest, and I need to get to a point where I can accept that mentally I need to rest. It's not an option. Just like it was okay that I injured myself and I needed a recovery period, mentally it's the same way. Get over the absolute nightmare that I just experienced when I unwrapped my leg to shower, we're gonna eat some bread.
Hey, PD to doctors.
Backed up coordinating units. 141.
It is Thursday, and I spent the entirety of yesterday finishing some animes. So I finished My Happy Marriage finally. It was okay. The main character spent too long as the same type of character, and the ending I felt like was a little bit rushed. And then I also finished Juju. Well, I caught up to Juju. Very good, very excited for the next arc. I haven't really been doing much else. Yesterday I spent the entire day with my partner. Once I got off work, we just hung out and watched the challenge. I haven't really been wanting to read or do anything else. So I'm going to probably start that K-drama that I started earlier in the week, Flower of Evil, and that's gonna be what I do for the day.